Renee, this is the funny haha banter bit that we have to that you keep in the beginning. Okay.
It's mostly just Bayla talking about falling in the shower.
I fell in the shower. It looks like I mean it's not I'm not like actually recording the video, but I fell in the shower. Did not hit my head, did not lose consciousness, just a giant bruise.
Great.
So
My
tip
grandma.
of the day, y'all.
Yeah. My grandma fell the other
No.
like last month. She was doing something. It's not like she fell
Oh.
like doing nothing.
Do you ever feel like in like really like Asian Filipino like families that whenever life is good and there hasn't been like drama in the family, your grandma just decides to just and fall just to create some spice?
Yeah.
Keep everybody on their toes.
Yep.
Yeah, not on her toes. She fell.
Yeah. On her butt. I think the funniest thing about my grandma's recent health journey is she was having some like abdominal pain.
Hmm.
And like it back pain or whatever. So she was like really uncomfortable. They took her to the doctor's office and they had her get x-rays. So they're doing all kinds of tests and moving her around, and the x-rays come back and they look at it and they say, so you have this area right here. Notice how it looks different than the other
Was she
side
just
or
full
whatever.
of shit?
Gas.
Oh yeah,
Gigi had to fart real bad. So
yeah,
she just had a lot of pain.
yeah. If it gets stuck, that's so painful. It's just a lot of pressure, especially for
Yeah.
older people, because your
Yeah.
digestion is so slow and it just
It just
builds
builds
up.
up.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta like. I know that there's downsides to drinking coffee, but you just gotta keep doing it.
Or a laxative, or keep your fiber up so we have normal bowel movements and normal flatulence. But I'm just a barista. I don't know anything about that.
Right.
Fiber is keeping your fiber up.
Yeah. Well, how much fiber is fiber?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're supposed to know the answer to this.
I'm just a barista.
Yeah, a barista who's regular, right?
You know what? So
Yes.
hee hee ha ha, I'm a barista, but my unit secretary at work is like, I always tell her, "Oh, yo, Amy, I'm gonna go poop," and I hand her my work phone. I'm like, "BRB, my government mandated 15-minute break, right?" And she's like, "How are you so regular?" And I was like, "I don't know, I'm just blessed." And she's like, "I want to be regular like you because it's the same time every shift." And I
Yeah.
was like, "I genetics? Was it my 5 billion energy drinks that I usually drink? Was it the coffee I just slammed? I don't know."
38 grams for us.
38 grams.
25 for Bella.
How are you getting your 25 grams of fiber a day?
My vegetables and whole wheat. I also really just like vegetables a lot and like whole grains. And then I started with my rice. I put like a chunkier mixed grain like the Korean people do, like to make it purple. So there's more fiber in it and it's better for your
How much fiber is in rice?
glycemic index. I don't know because white rice not as much fiber, but I put like the mix that has like the purple rice, like the chunky like, and then it makes it like really juicy and like fun texture and keeps you regular. That's what I learned as I approach 30, y'all. You gotta stay regular because it's better out than in. I always say, to quote
sure
the
that's
great Master
cooked, yeah.
Shrek.
Yes.
That's
Is
a
this
lot of
getting
rice.
cut?
Is that cooked?
That's cooked.
Oh, 1 cup cooked. Okay, that's
Yeah.
hey. So
Cabbage?
one cup cooked
So you need 30
of white rice
Well, like 50 cups of cooked rice. a
is
day.
0.6 grams of fiber.
50 cups of white. That's crazy.
50 cups of white rice. Could I eat 50 cooked cups of white rice?
Is there a lot in brown rice?
There's more because it's more fibrous.
3.5.
So
yeah.
much.
6 times as
Yeah.
much.
That's a lot
Yeah.
more.
My thing, like, you need to be drinking enough water and you need to be
Yeah.
fibrous.
Is there
Yeah.
fiber in water?
So you can put fiber in water.
That's not what
You can't? Oh, that's right. It comes as a powder supplement too.
Yeah, I have to give it to people
So
as
why
a
do I need to drink
barista
water if there's no fiber?
That's crazy.
because we're 70% water, and if you don't, all of your electrolytes and all of your lab values get like skewed because you don't have enough hydration, and then you're dehydrated, and then you're constipated, and then your potassium's high, and then everything's just skewed, and you're not having a good time, and then you die.
Okay, talk to me about magnesium.
Magnesium is why is mag important? I don't know. I have to replace it at work. Let's Google it.
Yeah, people
I
say
don't.
magnesium for sleep, but I don't know I don't know
Oh
why.
yes. There's something in it that helps like regulate your circadian rhythm. Magnesium for sleep.
It keeps the
It calms the nervous system, reduces
Break
stress, and supports melatonin production. So
Oh,
you
nice.
take it 250 to 500 milligrams 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Or you can take like a Benadryl, not sponsored. But some people have the adverse effect of Benadryl, like me, of being hyperactive and getting night terrors. So if you want to fight your
Oh,
sleep paralysis demon, take some Benadryl. If you're me.
interesting.
Oh.
You
Mhm.
know, I went to the eye doctor, right? Because Moku chewed my
Mhm.
glasses, also new glasses.
New glasses, peep that. What brand is it? Don't know. This is not sponsored by
Doesn't even matter, dude.
Eyeglass Direct.
Oh, it is on there, but it's like it's such minimal. Anyway, Moku chewed my glasses, so I went to the eye doctor, and the optometrist had the nerve to tell me that I'm neither nearsighted nor farsighted. I just have astigmatism.
So your eyeballs are shaped funny. Just
Yes,
squeeze them
But he
back.
also
I
he
know,
also can't see
but I
far.
can't see far.
So that
So
means
I'm
you're
so I'm
nearsighted.
right,
What's your
but
And he said
prescription?
1 or 2. You
yeah,
said 1 and you were supposed to say 2.
right. My prescription is honestly not that bad. Um, like I could probably maybe still pass the eye test
Other than
on my driver's license.
Well, isn't that your plan to try?
My plan is to try.
So for the eye test for the driver, I almost failed because it like lit up all of the rows and I couldn't figure out which row it was asking me to thing. And they were like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm confused which one I'm reading.
Yeah.
So I almost didn't pass
And
that.
then they said, "Ma'am, can you see?"
And I said, "Yeah, can you
know how
see
to do your
this?"
test.
hmm Um,
I, fun fact, failed my driving test for the first time. The first time, the second time I passed.
oh,
Why'd you fail?
Caused confusion at a four-way, but it's because a big truck saw that I was taking the test and decided to go when it wasn't his turn.
big truck.
I
Why
remember
was I talking
him.
about ice? Oh,
Your new
and
glasses.
glasses. Yep. So I went to optometrist, and she's like poking at my eyes and stuff. She goes, "When's the last time you got dilated?" And I was like, "Ah, couldn't tell you." She goes,
You got
"Well,
dilated.
no." She goes, "Based off of what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like there's any need for concern for that." She goes, "Do you have any allergies?" I say, "No, I don't think so." And she goes, "Well, it looks like you might have some allergies in your eyes." And I said, "What does that fucking mean?" Because they're not itchy. I I don't have any abnormal amount of mucus buildup around my eyes when I'm sleeping.
Mm.
I know. She goes, I mean,
Don't
if you
whisper. You have to speak into the mic.
I, and then so I was like, oh, okay. She goes, yeah. So if you ever want to just get like, just try Benadryl one of these days and see what happens, and or get some antihistamine eye drops.
I feel
I was
like
like,
that would be better because a
"Appreciate it."
Benadryl like midday would kind of mess with you up. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
Did she
real.
explain
Mess
that,
me
like
up.
what you're allergic to or anything?
No, it's not what I was allergic to. She's just noticing some redness,
Uh,
and I was like,
had you just itched your eye?
no, we were doing the eye test.
She was just looking and seeing some irritation, but they
Was
can't
there
tell
like
what the
the air thing?
irritation is from.
Yeah,
That didn't
Bro, I
match.
hate that thing.
yeah.
I always giggle because when I'm stressed, I laugh. So I'm like, they're
I
like,
don't
"What's wrong with you?"
I don't laugh. I just
Flinch. Like, oh,
I'm
they're
just
like,
anticipating it and over like thinking, keeping my eyes open, and then I end up not keeping my eyes open.
they're like, hey, there's gonna be a puff of air, and you're like, okay, great. And then as soon as it happens, I blink.
And they're like, "We have to do it
They're like,
again."
you have to
Like,
do it again. I'm like, no, no, you can't expect me to keep my eye open with with a random puff of air.
Yeah,
If maybe,
stop counting it down and actually waiting
yeah,
until 1.
yeah. I was like,
no,
that's
because then you'll blink at 1.
That's what I'm
no. I
saying.
go,
So they need to say,
3.
okay,
Oh, we're
3, and then
done.
puff.
yeah,
No warning, because then my
That's
eyes will
what
get.
I do at work when I give people shots of espresso. um, how long can I keep this bit up? I go, okay, ready, 3, 2, and then I go on like 2, and they're like, huh? And sometimes I do it in Spanish, and they're just like, I'm like, haha, got you. When I check like the amount of sugar that's in an espresso braced beverage, not in someone's blood.
I know. Hopefully, you've listened to all of chapter 2. Did we come up with a title for chapter 2? Was there a title for chapter 1?
We
Oh
keep
my gosh.
dying is the
I
chapter 2.
chapter 2 is this again.
This
Um,
again, I've seen this film before and I didn't like the
yeah,
ending.
yeah.
If there is one, this is the player's recap, not the DM's recap. So
We can call
the
it whatever
DM,
we
the DM
want.
would have that, and we don't. So
DM.
Oh, thank you so much for tagging along all the way through chapter 2. I know that there are spans of time in which we were not playing, and
It's been
appreciate you
complicated.
so much. Life things have happened, and I've gotten to move back home to Hawaii, and that took some time. But
yeah,
we're back. We're ready to go.
Woo!
he's here permanently. I'm here temporarily. It's been a good time.
Absolutely. So what the heck happened, and why are we talking today? Players recap. It's just a time for us to reminisce about our favorite moments and tell a couple stories about chapter 2, and kind of catch anybody up who's just gonna be hopping into chapter 3, which has a release date of TBD. Couldn't tell you for sure,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
don't even
coming.
know.
and
It's
leaving out
coming.
specific fun details so that it encourages you to actually go listen to the
Go
episode.
listen to them
Absolutely.
again.
A
3
couple
times,
times.
4 times. Yeah. Just play
Um,
it in your background when you're cleaning
Yeah.
your house.
Right.
We
And as
are
a
the
players,
soundtrack of your life.
driving to work.
yeah, sitting in the parking lot at
Pooping.
work, not wanting to go into work. As the players recap goes on, it might get less accurate.
No,
Not
this
because
is
No,
canon.
no,
To us.
listen, not because we don't know what we're talking about. It's because I'm on my first beer, Jordan's on his 15th, and and Bayla's drinking acetone. So
No,
whatever
no.
happens,
I said I moved the tequila away from my desk. That didn't mean I left my desk and I came
yeah,
back.
you
So
forgot to
I'm
mention that the tequila bottle was empty, Bayla.
no. It was half full because I'm an optimist.
We love
So,
optimism.
and we're
Yeah.
gonna get more this weekend because I'm going to this fun little festival with flowers and a carnival.
that isn't sponsoring us, so we're not going to talk
That
about it.
isn't
Yeah.
sponsoring us, but you know what? I have a lot of trouble sleeping, so I would be an insomniac. So, anyway,
No.
episode
No.
31. Let's get into it. Is just titled Stay Karya. And you know what? Where did hold on, let me read my notes because I just lost my train of thought one more time.
Remember
This
when I
was the
said as the
episode
players recap goes on? I lied. As the players recap is starting.
starting, and that's beer number 50. This episode was my favorite because we got to describe our characters in detail with like our new scars, our new looks in the
Oh,
cold
yeah.
weather, and
Yours was weird.
yeah, I just made Val even more cuntier. So my fave.
Whoa.
Buka's clean
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah, you've been clean for a little bit.
yeah, all of chapter 2.
Now it's permanent.
Well,
It's your
we'll
new
see what
persona.
happens. Let's see what happens in chapter 3. Anyway.
We do start off this episode by reconvening with our lovely Miss Friend Weaver and the Archforge and the other war woman leader that I can't remember her name. And should they just fill
Helena.
us in?
Helena.
Helena. Yeah. They fill us in on just the happenings of the Crystal Talons and the people we met in our last battle, like the hot Asimar who apparently has nipple piercings cannon. And we need to find this feather of a rock, and which is one of the components to the spell that is going to do really bad things. So we just know that we need to stop it. Right?
And that just kind of kicks off the adventure for chapter 2.
Yup.
in the snow.
Yes, we do. In the snow. And Val is wearing leather. So cunty. So cunty.
Were you
Anything
not
else
before?
happened? No, I was wearing velvet. Now I have like a leather bustier and a cloak to be even more cunty and emo and uh what's the word? Emo. Just emo.
Don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
Big feelings.
Anything
Big
else that
feelings.
happened? Not really. I mean, other than the
We started our
conclave,
journey.
right?
We got some gifts, which we won't name because they're
Mhm.
really cool, and we want you to listen to the episode and learn about them.
Mhm. Yep.
One of them saved my life.
Yeah. And we have to go for this rock feather. We have to travel pretty far to go get it, and all of fast travel has been disabled for this level of the video game. So we have to trek our way over.
No, but the non-fast travel leads to our favorite moments of me, Val, almost dying multiple
Yeah.
times, but for the
Oh.
first time.
I think you did.
Huh?
Technically, I think you kind of did.
You know,
It's like when I
plot
told you
armor.
about the time that I drowned, and you were like, "You died."
That's IRL though, and your heart
Right.
stopped, and they needed to do compressions.
I
Val
understand.
just met this lovely mermaid lady and was like, "Come back to life, sweeter," or something that Renee said, and I was
As I told her,
gaslit into thinking that this didn't happen. I'm crazy, right?
It could have been compressions.
Yeah, I don't know if we believed you at first. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
No, you
Anyway.
didn't. You gaslit me and just looked at me and was like, "What is she talking about?" Anyway, this brings us to episode 32 is when the forest drowned, and surprise, it's actually when Val drowned. So we're making our way to
Plot
this
twist.
fishing plot twist. It's when Val drowns. Honestly, I think Renee is just trying to kill me off, particularly just very slowly, but then it's like, "Ha, just kidding. Bring her back." So we're making our way to get this feather of a rock, and we go through this fishing town. Pretty cool, pretty great. When suddenly we hear the rumbles of something and the animals coming and going. And you know what? It's a big tidal wave, and it's
On land.
gross. And on land, it's gross and dirty and brown, and it's bringing all the trees and stuff up with it, right? And I get smacked by a log and I go unconscious, and it pushes me because I failed so many rolls that game, and it pushes me into the wherever it ends up, and I meet this beautiful mermaid who is like, what was her name? Marileth. She was
remember.
crying
But
for me
she's also-
underwater. Her name was Marileth.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
Yeah.
She's also huge.
Big,
Big mermaid.
hot, beautiful, saved my life, eternally grateful. No one believes me.
Possibly not real.
She's real. She saved my life. She gave me a scar on my temple that goes all the way through my eyebrow, and it's like opalescent in this light. It's cunty. We love
Yeah.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we long rest.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, because
That's
after
gonna be
dying, it really takes it out of you.
Yeah, that's gonna be a common theme in chapter 2.
Yeah, honestly.
Us always asking when's the next long rest
Yeah.
And or just being eternally grateful when
we get a chance.
Renee
when
says,
we get plot armor.
and all of you may mark a long rest.
And we're
Good.
like, thank God, because I had nothing left to do. Oh, this is also the episode that we end on a cliffhanger where we meet Mr. Green Eye in a bar, the Three Oaks, and we all get lovely, lovely different
Bourbon.
drinks. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we get to keep them.
Did we all get bourbon?
We got, I
think
have
so.
the name. So Buka got Thornhill Gold. Pierce got Moonshard on Ice. I also got Thornhill Gold. And then the barkeep was named Morg. And shout out Morg for our lovely, lovely recommendations. I think about you often. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we see Mr. Green Eye eating alone in the corner of the bar, and we're like, we need to talk to that man. And we do. And that brings us to episode 33, Mr. Green Eye. I always think of Mr. Green Eye as what's his name from Harry Potter? Mad Eye Moody? That's what I think of. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Was his eye
That's-
green?
I could be. He's in this story, that's what I think of. So
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. So we meet Mr. Green Eye, and he walks very fast and with a limp, and we're like, wow, he only has one green eye. Crazy.
Yeah, not
What
Mr.
else
Green
happened?
Eyes.
No,
Yeah.
just Mr. Green Eye. He had a bob, cunty. So cunty.
He had a bob
A
hair?
salt and pepper, yes. Salt and pepper hair in a bob. Bob. Anyway. Mm-mm. What did Mr. Green Eye tell us? Please, someone help me.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What did he tell us?
He
You know
told
what he
us.
told us.
He told
He
us.
told us a lot.
Well, I think there's one thing he told us that we should leave out, related to Val, which
Why are
was
we
an
leaving
accident.
it? Oh,
Because
yes,
we
yes,
want
yes.
people to listen to the episode.
But they have to know about my missing sibling, who I've never learned about.
Ruin the surprise.
Yeah, that was the thing that I meant that we should leave out.
But they don't know her name.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. Val didn't know she had a sister. So
No, you didn't know you have a sister? You know you have a
No.
sister.
no, she had no idea.
Well, I
You had no
didn't
idea you have a
before.
That was the
No.
shock.
We were like,
I knew
huh?
you had a
Who?
sister. How did you not know you had a sister?
You did not know I had a
Even Jane, you
sister.
knew she had a sister? Did Renee tell you?
No, I was an only child up until Mr. Green Eye shattered my existence of my perfect little childhood with my lovely nuclear family. But apparently someone, something, somewhere had a child before graduation, something, scandalous, talk of the town, talk of the graduating class. That's how not Mr. Green Eye knew.
Green-eyed
Yeah.
Moody.
Green-eyed Moody.
Yeah. So learning that Val has an older sister, I just assumed that
Did I give
that
younger
was
sibling energy?
it really did. You really do a little bit.
Which is ironic because she wasn't around.
Right. For you to establish that energy. But
Yeah.
it does make sense why your parents didn't give you as much care as they would as an only child.
Yeah, I guess she still got the attention from her parents as a younger child. She just didn't know that that was the attention that she like.
Which would be very confusing for Val and also lead to a lot of frustration, I think.
Val needs
not
therapy.
Probably. It definitely did.
Oh,
she needs to
lead
unpack
to a lot
this.
of frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we always knew that we were headed towards, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I think Whisper Fen, which is where kind of Mr. Green Eye was directing us.
Yes, because that's the academy next to the feather of a rock.
I think that was kind of always the goal.
What is it called? The range? The Skyfing range.
Yeah. Meeting Mr. Green Eye was item number one after
item number one. Oh, we also, because we didn't know specifically how we were going to get into the academy, which stemmed into the conversation about my sister, was like, oh, you're the son of or not the son, sorry. You're the daughter of the condos. Oh, you're affluential. You can get yourself into it because you need an invitation to get in.
Yeah, so it really wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
No. Sometimes
one letter
just
later.
existing. Yeah. We got
now
in.
What you know.
It's who you
it's
know.
Who you know.
For sure.
And yeah, so we make our way to Sable Fen, which is the city outside of Whisper Fen, right? We drink our alcohol that we got from the bar.
That is where we had
to. Yep. And we find our way into the Undertower, which is episode 34. The Undertower. Yeah, because this was on the way to Sable Fen. And
right.
I was thinking that was before Mr. Green Eye.
No, that was after.
We also got some cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
We did, and it was spooky scary.
How did we find the Undertower? We just came upon it? Walking?
We were looking for a place to long rest and then found a
100-foot
staircase.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found the staircase.
Somebody's check found the staircase.
Right.
Which I think it was one of those things. It was a cool experience. We got some cool stuff in there, but we also could have missed out.
Right.
It was like a cool.
What if
had we not gotten the right roles, we would have had no idea and never would have.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we
would
learned
still
down there.
guide us to find that because he wrote that
I don't know.
intentionally.
I mean, he's written a lot of things intentionally. But one thing I know about Renee is that like if we don't get ourselves there, it
Because I
it
think
might come up later,
the
but
only
we're not
the
we're not stopping.
yeah, the only difference of not going into the Undertower is there would have been information about. Have we mentioned? Have we talked about?
No, we learn
So
about Vorkin at the
at
Under
this
Tower.
point,
Right.
Yeah.
we find Veilthar's notes, and we're like, who the hell is Veilthar, right? And he seems like he is this master that holds like education presentations in this like area of the Undertower that has like a podium, desks, like with 60 seats, and then it starts this like magical interaction with like ink bottles and like ink spilling
Mhm.
places and everything,
Yeah.
which
And
was
then an
spooky
ink
scary.
monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
It's
did
just-
fight an ink monster.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
We defeat
So,
the
anyways,
the
yeah,
ink
I think
monster.
I don't think he would have let us in. I think we just would have known less about what we were moving forward with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and which also led to learning things that we probably wouldn't have even asked.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would have.
We wouldn't have found out about.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, spoilers for the later on in the recap.
Spoilers.
10 minutes from now.
It's so hard to just be like, when did we learn this information? Because it just becomes so common knowledge to us, and we're
It's
just
a
like,
little bit of
oh,
yeah. Well, and it's like obviously it's like an episode a week, so it's like this is over 17 weeks. And we recorded who knows how long time ago, so it's a lot of popcorn information popping into our head of like things that we learned, and then trying to keep it in order is
Mm-hmm.
hard for a recap like
I
this, but it's also a good time.
think- Yeah, but after we defeat the inky guy, we find his journal, which is very important, good information in there, and we also find a chest with earrings for Buka, rings with chains for Val, and then bracers for Pierce. And then a sentinel circles. Yeah. Right? No?
What was that?
Sentinel circles? I wrote sharpened clarity plus 3 perception, 60 feet with advantage. Oh, wait, no, that was mine.
Yeah.
Rings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. Got that out. But yeah.
Our new items have special abilities that we didn't really fully understand when we first found them, but we just knew that they were special, so we kept them.
So when did we learn about Vorkin at the Under Tower? Was it
When
in
we
the
were
note,
in his
right?
bedroom? Well, we
Yeah.
found
Yeah,
his
yeah.
journal, I think, outside, and then we went into his bedroom and found all of the other things. So this is
Well, it
when
was
we
like his
start like
office.
Mhm.
yeah. This is when we
Yeah,
start
or
like
his study.
digging into the journal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then we make our way out, and then we're like, well, that was a weird time. We found out this information about this guy. Wonder what's gonna happen. So we make our way through the woods and into the city around Whisperfen, which is Sablefen, right? No, yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And then we encounter and overhear, because we love listening to the people, a taller elf and a half elf, and they're arguing on the steps of this very important building, and it looks like a little bullying is happening.
A little.
A lot of bullying is happening.
Yeah.
And we adopt our favorite
Fainting friend.
NPC of the season. Yep. And his name is
Valhorn.
Valhorn. We love him. And the stinky, icky elf who's bullying him is Lord Alman. We hate him.
Important names.
Slight admission by player. I forgot his name for like 2 episodes, which is why I kept calling him Fainting Friend.
Really? Go back and find that in the episodes, folks.
Wait, we didn't even get to the point where he faints yet.
I know. It was a weird name, and
you didn't write it down.
No, I didn't write it down, and so
I wrote
but I
Fallhorn
remembered
first.
I remembered it started with an F.
Yeah.
And then
Falhorn.
it just worked out.
Our fainting Falhorn friend.
Yes.
That's the one.
My favorite thing is that he didn't know that there were different Talos that existed, and we had to be like, what do you mean there's not different Talos? And this is why he
Right.
He's like,
for
there's
those of
different
us,
Talos.
question for the players. What is tallow?
It is when you render off the fat from what? You take
Jordan goes, I don't think I know what tallow is.
oh, it's like when you render off like the fat. I think from
Well,
like
the only reason I
uh,
know what it is now is because of the episode.
is it not the fat from like
Yes.
animal product?
Yeah, because after you said that, I
Okay.
then looked it up mid-episode.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I only know because I was on Crunchy TikTok for a little bit and they were like, come render this tallow with me. And I was like, ooh, this is fun to watch. And yeah.
Okay.
No,
Crunchy as
should
in
we cut that out?
they bite on it or what?
Crunchy as
crunchy
I
in
don't
like,
know what crunchy TikTok means.
or like hippie?
oh, hippie, like very
Yeah.
like earth
Yeah, yeah.
essential oils type.
Got
Or
it.
crunchy.
Tallow.
There's
Crunchy
like
munchy Birkenstock
MLMs
crunchy.
that like
Nothing we
sell
can do with
tallow
that.
that are very
Yeah.
problematic for many things. So this is just me on my soapbox about tallow. And
Yeah.
look it up for your own research. Anyway, there's different types of tallow, is what we learn, and that our lovely fainting friend Falhorn, not fainted yet, but didn't know that there were different animals. Also, Jordan didn't know
Right.
that different tallows existed. So
Yeah.
I just didn't know what tallow was.
Right.
that's a
Once I knew what
blessing,
tallow
to be
was, I was like,
honest.
oh, it makes sense that there's multiple tallows.
Right.
But
Right.
Yeah.
Pierce could know.
No, I feel like
I
he
think
would. I feel like
he
something
either-
in the
he either-
military.
I never had a role to prove that I knew what tallow was, so I think Pierce in game knows what tallow was. the
Don't
whole
worry.
time.
Chapter 3, I'm going to recommend that Renee make Jordan roll for just
Tallow knowledge.
regular knowledge. Any knowledge coming through.
No, because I feel like the military would be like, oh yes, we need to like shine our like whatever like dress blue equivalent with like metal with like I feel like they'd use tallow because they're
Right, which
using
is
the
probably
resources.
why Renee never made me roll
Mhm.
to make sure I actually knew what I was talking about when I
But-
talked about tallow.
But we know better now.
Right.
And
This
we're
is the
and we're
episode where
going-
we talk about tallow for 50
Pierce always knew, which is why player Jordan Googles during
Googled it.
episodes,
Right. Right.
whether it be a spell or a word that I'm not
Yeah.
sure what it means.
Well, anyway, we find out Falhorn really, really wants to go to Whisperfen.
And how do we
Yeah,
find
really.
out? He was like, I've been trying to get a tour
He's
for
like
forever.
He's an apprentice for this professor / wizard for who knows how long, and
This poop
treating him
Years.
like crap.
He's
Yeah.
been in Sablefen for years, and I mean the three of us got in with one letter
Mhm.
because of Val. Obviously, me and Buka, Pierce and
Mhm.
Buka are just kind of there to tag along. We just kind of get to go in by association. But
Mhm.
You know what? That's the best time.
Mhm.
yeah, we just really don't understand his struggle.
Right. No, I thought we figured out it's because he's not a wizard.
No, he's
not a
something
wizard,
else.
Harry.
But he does
Yeah.
have
He's a
He's a sorcerer.
Yes.
a sorcerer.
Yeah. So his
Which
magic is
means
more
he can't-
innate.
and he
Yes,
doesn't
Yeah.
his
know
magic
it
is more
yet.
innate, and the person that he was trying to be like, he wanted his master to be the one that was picking on him,
Mhm.
is not
A
innate.
sorcerer. Yeah.
Master
So when we talk
Elmo.
about crunchy, Bela, this is more so crunchy. What I think of, it's us talking about the mechanics of D&D.
No, like crunchy as in like this is a thing they lovingly call their own community
Granola.
of like very
Yeah.
granola crunchy
Yep.
moms.
Yeah, Oregon
yes.
people.
Yep.
Yeah, they use that
Yes,
term a lot.
PNW.
Absolutely.
It
It
is
is very
okay, so
PNW.
I'm not like
Because granola
coming
is-
No,
from
you're not crazy. You're not crazy. No, not at all.
Crazy
The connection
ones,
makes
crazy
sense.
ones.
I just didn't make the connection
Mhm.
initially.
Imagine if the tallow was crunchy, someone did something wrong.
See, that's where I got concerned when you said you were on
Oh.
crunchy
Crunchy tallow.
TikTok.
Oh.
I was like, crunchy.
No, it
as
was on
in-
tallow TikTok,
Good.
which is a subsection of crunchy mom TikTok, and they're like tallow is so good for all of these things, which they're not, and it can cause more damage to your skin and clog your pores. But that's another skincare episode of Tabletop Dub Shop for another day.
Right.
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 So we lovingly adopt Falhorn
Yeah.
Yeah.
and steal him away
Which-
from his
Literally.
wizard.
He doesn't
Well,
know
Wizard
that
mentor.
initially.
Right. I think we might have
He
done
wanted
him a favor.
in.
Oh, 100% did him a favor,
did.
but he had no idea that we were. I don't think, honestly, on both sides,
Mhm. They didn't want to hang
we were
out.
just
with each
down
other.
to help.
Yeah.
And then he was down to accept our help
Mm-hmm.
But he obviously didn't realize that it would lead to what it led to, which we'll
Yeah.
get to in a second.
Yeah.
And I don't think we didn't make that connection that it would be such a big deal.
No, not at all.
So it was all just coincidentally doing him a really big favor.
Which this episode ends with Falhorn, our fainting friend, fainting when we finally get to the gates, and then we're like, "Here's my letter. I am Lady Val." Blah blah blah, and they're like, "Oh, welcome, Lady Val," and I'm like, "Thank you so much. It's such a great opportunity." And then we are about to step in, and we turn around, hear this thump, and we're like, "Friend, what happened?"
Imagine,
Fine.
if you will, listener, really quick. You've been working so hard for many, many
I was
years.
just about to bring this up.
Right. You've been, say you want to play baseball.
It's at
right.
least been 2 years.
You want to be a professional baseball player, and you've been grinding,
for
throwing every day, hitting every day, watching the best do it, trying to learn from the best, trying to put yourself into game time scenarios, and just always falling short and getting yelled at by your coach every day. No support, no investment in your future. And along comes strangers off the street who do not look like they've thrown a baseball,
ever.
swung a bat,
Not once.
yeah, played a single game. And they say, "Come on, let's go." And then they get signed by the Yankees. So that's what we did.
Essentially, which on a side note leads to one of my favorite parts of the chapter. The three of us having a conversation about when we're going to go to Whisperfen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a big deal at all. And Falhorn being in the middle of the conversation and trying to talk over us and asking questions, and we just kind of like ignore him.
Lovingly.
And super casually are like, well, like, do we want to go today or go tomorrow? Do we want to like?
Mm-hmm.
And Falhorn's like, it's not that easy. How are you gonna get in?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? I've been trying for years, and we just continue our own little conversation. So, anyways,
Try just being from an affluential family. It works.
right.
Works
Try
to
being
your
born
favor
better.
sometimes.
Be born
Ah,
better.
if only do better, be better, born better.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
Don't be sorry.
God.
Be better. Anyway,
Right.
which brings us to Stone in the Water, which is where we finally get to enter the campus, the academy, the campus grounds, and get to see. My thing is, I didn't imagine it was just going to be in like a mountain, like literally just walking into a mountain, which was interesting. I believe this is when we're like, how do we teleport and move? Because like there's no stairs, there's no elevator. People are like, how are we supposed to get to the upper levels? Which is when
Yeah, and there's
there's
like tens
this
of stories to these buildings.
yeah.
Right.
We just
For those of you
a way
who
to
are Aragon fans, because there is a subsection of D&D fans that also overlap with Aragon. First of all, super excited. There's supposed to be a TV show. Second of all, when they go to the Dwarven Kingdom, this is what I think about. Is entering into the
like
mountain.
an indoor Minas Tirith.
Yes. Yeah, but Lord of the Rings is so mainstream these days.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we finally make it into the school where we are given a tour, and we get to see a little bit of everything. On this tour, we stop by a forge, and there's a curious.
before the forge.
Oh, what was before the forge?
I wanted to mention how how massive the academy is. That our room number was 353,735, and we didn't know how to get there. Valhorn knew how to get there and was like, "Oh, I'll just remember." And we're like, "This kid is weird and strange, and we'll just remember these things."
Her nickname at the beginning of his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also asked him if he took the Rad's R test. Was this guy? I think, and I asked him under the table if he was autistic, which I happened to ask.
It was
I
over
asked
the
him over, but for people who struggle with like social cues, it will be under the table. So
yeah.
Also, we saw a very loving. I would like to mention two people of a queer relationship floating, and that's how we knew we floated. To go to the different levels, which I thought was very heartwarming and important for representation in this timeline. Okay, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on our tour,
now you can get to the forge.
Yeah, we stop by forge, and of course, first thing Jordan thinks about is forge, new weapons. Let's do it. We see a curious tabaxi hanging out outside the forge, just kind of sitting. I believe he was just sitting there staring at. Well, can't really stare at nothing, but looking looking
Oh,
into
he's
What
blind.
looked like he was
what
staring.
looked like he was staring at nothing.
Yeah.
He has like cataracts and milky eyes. This man.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, when we first entered the room, we couldn't see it.
I know. Yeah.
Nor did
How are you making
we
eye
look-
contact with someone who can't see?
I don't know. I make eye contact with everybody. If I don't have my glasses on, that's crazy. We meet Professor Onyx, a tabaxi, a wise old tabaxi who's been at Whisper Friend for a while now. And he kind of offers to continue us on this tour where we learn about, or he tries to learn about us, and we try to ask him as many questions as we can. So we figured out he's a professor here, realized, okay, maybe we can get some information out of him about this spell with the feather of a rock, which he happens to know quite a bit of information about.
Yeah.
And then we also, since we had just come from the Undertower, asked him about Vorican. And I believe somebody made some kind of perception check. Was it I?
You.
It wasn't.
It was a nat 20
It wasn't a perception. It was a nat 20.
persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh,
Plus
let's
10,
go.
which is
Yeah.
30, which is the
Yeah.
Which I
pivotal
think was
turning
the
point.
other-
And it broke the game for Renee. And he was like, I
Yeah.
guess I'm just going to spill all this information. I was so mad. I was so mad.
Well, I think it's a combination of the fact that he rolled a nat 20,
Mm-hmm.
but only Buka
Mhm.
in this situation rolling a nat 20 got us the information that we needed because it brought us to a 30.
Right. Well, with the earrings that Renee gave us 2 episodes before.
Right.
So
Gave you.
yes. And so we learn all about Vorican, and surprise, surprise, Vorican is an everlasting figure in our world, has had multiple lifetimes.
Been at least 3 or so thousand years.
Yeah, since his
Roughly.
existence. And
His original life.
right. And we find out that Vorican is highly sought after by the gods. This big character, everybody wants him to come and live in their realm. In which case,
Well, it's kind of the opposite.
it what?
Nobody wants him in their realm, which is why he can't die.
No, they don't
There
want
was
him to go to. They don't want him to go to the underworld, so they won't let him die.
Well, because there's a lot of at least from the way I understood it, there's a lot of planes of existence that are led by different gods.
Mhm.
There's not just heaven and hell after death.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the power that he achieved,
Mm-hmm.
and I think something still about Vorican that we don't fully understand, nobody wanted to take him on in the afterlife of their realm.
Oh, I saw him. I thought I heard him as he's a favorite of the realms.
He was
So they were
God's
fighting over him.
champion, Devil's
Mhm.
corrupt, and Fae wanted.
Right.
Mm.
So everybody wanted him, but nobody would give him up. They weren't just gonna let him go to another realm. So he was permanently stuck
Got it.
on our realm.
Huh.
Or our plane of existence.
Yeah, I super missed that.
That's
He
okay.
can die.
That's why we do this, honestly, so we can relearn what we did over the past 17 plus weeks. And so we learn all about that, and we also learn he's changed personas through time. He hasn't just been Vorican. He's been a bard. He's been a king. He's been so many different things. And his most recent reincarnation, if we can call it that, he doesn't actually die. His most recent persona is Kavino.
And for those of you who listened to chapter 1, are as pissed as we are.
And not only yes,
Some of us
some
are
of us.
pissed. Hey,
I mean, we're
let's-
pissed too.
no,
You're
no.
just pissed,
Let's.
and I told you so. We're just.
I think I
pissed.
told you so. Was yes, but I was gaslit into being like, oh yeah, he's fine. Why do you have issues with him? And Renee's like, why do you have issues with him so I can change it, right? So
that gaslighting came from Renee.
Yeah, right,
It's because we didn't know.
right. We just saw
I
friends
knew
who gave us a
We-
bag.
in the moment that we met Cavino. We can't
He
be gaslighting
was-
you. We didn't know that he was
he-
bad.
Okay, but I saw something and I felt something in my
Yeah,
heart
that's
of
great.
hearts that he was off-putting. And you know what? He was fine, right? He gave us cake, and I was like, I don't want to eat the cake. It's probably
Putting
poisoned.
it on that tapioca.
Yeah, and I was like, there's something weird about this guy. He's answering questions, but he's not at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
Looking back,
yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Hindsight 2020. He's a
My
bad dude.
my
And he
my
sucks at
present
fighting.
sight, my
But does
foresight.
or did he? Yeah. Your foresight was 30/20. You crushed it. You saw way
Yes.
far. You say what saw way far into the
I'm
future.
playing like 4D
You are
chess, my
you're
guy.
super farsighted. You
Yeah.
don't have astigmatism like I do.
I do though.
Oh,
Be
Puka has good-
better.
Puka's
Puka
probably
probably has
Puka
good
has
eyesight.
great eyesight. Yeah.
He's a
Anyway,
cat.
we learn
Yeah.
all about that. Is this when we find out that he is Covino?
Yes.
When we find out his last name,
Yeah, this is when we find out his last
His
name.
last
Could
name
be
is Crystal Talon. which is, I mean, if you've been tagging along with us so far, a double whammy.
Yeah. Extra pissed.
Yeah. So we find out all that.
Well, I guess it's kind of that information that makes it.
Right.
Because Borkin,
Right. I guess
Just
we
means
didn't
what it-
know how it was connected.
yeah, him
Yeah.
being Borkin was just like, oh, he's trying to do something bad. And
Right.
then finding out that, yeah, anyways.
Yeah. So we find out all about Covino. Realize, okay, well, we better go make sure they they can't get a feather of the rock. And we make plans to go to the mountain range, the Skyfang range. And we set off. And Falhorn, at this point, he's all in. He is our buddy. He's hanging along with us the entire time. We go to the Fanghorn range. We find out that there are weather towers to help watch these storms come through because, as we learned earlier, rocks are also storm bringers. Right. So if there's a storm, there's a good chance that there's going to be there. And to best see that, we have to go to a weather tower. We also, I believe, hear whisperings that Covino had already passed through town.
Yeah, not, well, I guess whisperings, but mostly that The Rock, somebody mentioned, it was like, oh, this is like the second time that The Rock has even been brought up.
Right.
And it hasn't been brought up or mentioned in so long. What are the odds?
Right. So we go to the weather tower in the Skyfang range, and we are determined to beat Covino to the rock to stop him. And lo and behold, almost like it was written this way, a storm comes rolling through, and we see a rock. A rock is a bird the size of a mountain.
Literally.
Right.
Really, yeah.
Wings cause thunderstorms. And we see one, and it's headed our way. We also see across I'm going to call it a canyon, even though it might not technically be a canyon. There's another weather tower, and we see three figures: a dragonborn, a human, and a third person, which we later find out we think is Covino.
Yeah. He stayed on the other tower, so we never actually confronted him.
And then the dragonborn and the human fly their way over to us. Like what?
Freaking birds.
Right. And the rock comes, and we have to defend this rock from this dragonborn and this human, who are low-key kicking our ass, by the way.
Yeah, as well as defending ourselves.
Right. We're defending ourselves from the rock as well, because we don't know. This rock doesn't know if we're friend or foe. Shout out to Bela and Val for just trying to talk down the rock and create a relationship with this rock while we're fighting. And I think the only thing I'm going to reveal from the combat is that I had one clutch move where I cast silence
I forgot about that.
on the tower, so their dragonborn couldn't cast any more, or the human couldn't cast any more spells. I forget which one it was. So
It saved us.
It gave us at least 2 more rounds to try to not die. Surprise! I die.
Yeah, I go down for the first time.
Yeah, we both die, and we have to get saved by Falhorn and Val and the Rock,
And The Rock.
which
Was
is on
Falhorn
our
with
team.
me?
Yes.
He was
or
on
was
the
he with
rock?
us?
No,
He-
he was with
no,
you.
He also fell, but he was the first one caught.
Right.
Right. So
Because I told my bird friend.
Yeah, situational
Mhm.
awareness
Right.
was Falhorn first, then you caught Buka,
Mhm.
and I was the last stitch.
Yeah.
I was in the Talon.
Yeah.
And then I
But we all make
fell.
it away. We make it away alive. We end up offering one of the two guys,
The
which
human.
which was awesome.
Yeah, he fell to his death.
And the weather tower crumbles to the
Oh.
ground, and the rock flies us to their nest, where we find out it's a mama rock. They got
With
baby
baby
rock.
rocks.
Yeah.
Rockitos.
And yeah, so we find out where the rock lives, decide, okay, we have to make sure they stay protected. We contact Onyx, realizing, okay, if we have to keep moving. We know Cavino's on the move. There are other components. We have to keep moving. We hand off the protection then and there to Onyx, who promises to find a way to figure all that stuff out. And on this entire journey, we're realizing quickly we have done a lot of stuff. Foulhorn has come in clutch so many times during that battle, and
Yeah, something we haven't mentioned. Falhorn has a little to no confidence in himself because of the mentor that he had and him trying to learn magic in a way that didn't make sense for him. So he doesn't think that he's good at magic, and then he did some things in the combat that we were like,
yeah, dude, that's it.
that
So
was awesome.
that was great. So we're on our way back, and I believe we were all thinking the same thing. Like, dude, we know there's an entrance exam to get into Whisperfen. How are we gonna get Foulhorn into Whisperfen? We haven't said anything necessarily, but once we get back to the school, we realize that Foulhorn has an acceptance letter, or not an acceptance letter, and an invitation letter to go
do
through the
a trial.
trials to become a student at Whisperfen, and he faints again. Think.
And then he was like,
Reestablishing his
I'm
nickname.
alive.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm dead.
Fully.
Alive.
I think he might.
I'm dead again.
Yeah.
Right. So that was, all in all, we're feeling pretty good. Double wins. We saved the rock. We fended off the Crystal Talons. Foulhorn has an invitation to the trials, and we're getting ready to go. We realize there's going to be 3 trials, right? 3. And but the professors get to choose the trials, and lo and behold,
3 different professors lead each of the 3 trials.
Right. Lo and behold, Onyx is going to be one of them. There is a second professor who is off screen, not really a major player, other than they get to choose what happens during the
second trial.
We're
not going to talk about the trials though. They were fun. You should listen.
Yeah. And then, but the last round of trials is by Professor Alman.
Not Almond.
Yeah, Alman.
Not
Almond.
Nut.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a nut job.
True.
Tracy.
Foulhorn's evil mentor. So we know we're in for it. Luckily, Foulhorn gets to bring us into the trials, which is great because the first trial is about tallow.
Well, we didn't help with the tallow.
No, we didn't.
That was all Foulhorn.
Yeah, Foulhorn figured it out. Second trial was some combat. We figured that out together as well. And this last trial was evil.
Mental and physical challenge.
Yeah, absolute evil, which ends, because I don't want to spoil anything, the ending of the trial is us all experiencing our own personal, not hell, our own personal discomfort, a creation of our own mind.
Yeah.
The worst parts of it. So that was fun. That was an emotional time for us. But we make it out of the trial.
Outside of the game too.
Oh,
so
yes.
much. Yes.
So many out of game real life emotions. And but we make it through the trials. We pass. Well, Foulhorn passes, and he's officially a student at Whisperfen.
Woo!
Yeah, and just as quick as we celebrate our 3rd win in, as many days, it might have been like 3 days, we realize, okay, what's next in the spell? Because just because we won here doesn't mean Jordan's 28th beer doesn't mean we're done stopping Cavino from creating this calamity, world crashing level of catastrophe spell. So we learn all about the next component in the spell, which is
Or at least a little bit about.
a little bit about the Moon Mother tree.
Which at least at this point in the story, all we know is that this Moon Mother tree is like a I guess magical tree of sorts. We learn much more about it throughout the rest of the chapter, but at this point, all we know is that the Moon Mother tree is relevant towards the next components of the spell, and it's located in a place called the Heartlands, which is in Stacaria, kind of central, but it's like one area of Stacaria that's not as associated with the Conclave. It's like technically part of a region of one of the leaders, but disconnected as well. So it's not as like established, a little bit, I guess, behind the times of like modernization. So travel is harder, and that's where we have to go. But luckily, and or coincidentally, Mr. Professor Onyx, my close second favorite NPC of the chapter, and in some situations my favorite. He just knows everybody.
He does. Also, we kind of grazed over this. He can kind of see everybody at all times.
Yeah, which
other than us.
Yeah,
Weird.
Us and him have a really interesting, relationship connection with his ability.
Right. Does that mean we're the heroes of the story? Probably.
The villains.
True. But Professor Onyx obviously has been a professor for a long time, so he's had students come and go. And one of his previous students is actually in the city where the Moon Mother tree is located, as like a research. Not a student anymore, but not a professor, but he's paid by the school. But he's exactly where we need to go. So we're, kind of like Mr. Green Eye. We have now a connection, and we just have traveling to do. No land tsunamis this little trip.
Thankfully.
Yeah. But we're on our way. We never really talked about the roads in Stacaria, but fun fact, they're magically like heated. So obviously there's a lot of snow in Stacaria. It's pretty much an entirely snow country. But the roads are like slightly heated, so they are easily traveled or easier traveled. The roads into the Heartlands are not. So I think at one point we're just kind of guessing for a while, and going in whatever direction we kind of feel like we should be.
We have to roll survival, I believe,
several times. Thankfully for us, Val is experienced in the forest, so she helps us.
I thought you were going to be like, she's experienced in dying, so she's good at coming back.
I'm not always making fun of your character.
But that is a safe assumption, though. For you to
say.
I've gone down potentially the most.
I don't know about that. Buka's pretty close.
Yeah. So on our way, we start thinking that we're getting close because we know that we're in the Heartlands. We've been traveling along not so solid and established roads. And we start kind of hearing like a
kerfuffle,
a debacle,
a skirmish.
Yeah. Pierce is just curious, so he starts headed straight towards it. Val and Buka,
the ones who die the most, stay
slightly
hidden.
More cautious.
We have to stay hidden. We are squished.
It's like we don't have health or armor or.
I'm sorry, not all of us can just rage and take half damage
and have way.
I mean, a rage just it doesn't do anything.
Val's rage is more self-harm than anything else.
Anyways, we come across a skirmish. Obviously, we're in a new place. We don't really know what's going on. So we just kind of read the room and move along whatever kind of safe route we feel like we should, to, learn what's going on, interact with these people without being attacked. So we do that relatively, actually, really smoothly. It works out.
Works out great.
Pierce is attacked by the bad side, which leads to Pierce essentially presenting this dude that attacked him to the
Have you
good
guys ever
side.
seen Tarzan when Tarzan kills the leopard and just kind of presents it to Kerchak? Yeah, that was
Kind of like that, but I didn't kill the character, the NPC. I presented it, and I was like, "Hey, it's not dead." But also, like, we're not here to fight. And then amongst comments and interactions, we actually learn that the former student that we're supposed to meet is in this little group. His name is Tamsin.
nice.
Lake, important character for the next 3 or 4 episodes, is like the commander of sorts of this like military group that was part of the skirmish. And Tamsin realizes that we know Professor Onyx, so immediately we're kind of in the green as far as interaction and moving forward. Tamsin backs us up because he's like, hey, they know Professor Onyx, so they're good. The city that the Moon Mother Tree is in is called Adoria, and it's very like secretive, protected, and so we kind of are only able to go there because of our connection with Tamsin, and kind of start moving on our way. The Broken Spear is this group that we're now interacting with, which is like the tribe that actually lives among the Moon Mother Tree versus all these other tribes that are in the Heartlands. So traveling, more snow, more paths that we would have gotten lost on had we not been guided. And then all of a sudden, tree.
Big tree.
Really big tree.
Mommy tree.
Pretty
Like
tree.
think big.
Mother
like,
tree.
If you're imagining how big this tree is, it's bigger than that.
Yeah. And then think about how much bigger that is in your brain. It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Huge.
But it is very like magical in the fact that it seems to be like protecting in a way the Heartlands. Also, the city itself is just there's no houses. There's like smaller trees that seem to grow naturally into like
Homes.
Yeah.
And buildings.
Yeah.
Safety. Bridges. Bridges everywhere.
Yeah. Like sky bridges in the trees. Nothing.
Very Avatar.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not Last Airbender.
No.
Other Avatar.
Blue people.
Blue people Avatar. Pandora.
Navi.
Yeah. So I mean, at this point, we're just step by step about to learn so much about the Moon Mother Tree and the magic that it kind of exudes just outward into nature and the lands that they live on. While this specific tribe, the Broken Spear, lives in Eldoria, which is underneath the Moon Mother Tree, it nourishes the entire Heartlands. So all of the tribes benefit from the Moon Mother Tree. We get to meet some really cool people. Lova was like, what was she like? What would we call her? The matriarch?
No, almost.
Of the city. Has been there for like 600 years,
At least
7 maybe. Lake, we already mentioned, he is kind of like the commander of the like military of this city. Tamsin, we just met. He is super magic.
Yeah,
he's great. Loves to learn things. A little over the top sometimes.
This is the one I called autistic.
To his face.
Yeah.
To his face. No, under the table because social cues. Yes.
Oh, right.
I was like, let's take a bestie quiz. It's called the Bratz test. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Yep.
But amongst conversations with Link and with Lova, we learn a little bit more about the Moon Mother Tree. But still, even to this point, even Lova can't really necessarily tell us exactly what about the Moon Mother Tree would be used in a spell.
Mm.
Kind of inclinations of maybe what it would be, but no like real answer. And Leg informs us that these like fights and skirmishes amongst the other tribes has become a more consistent occurrence over the last like several months, I think. And we, coming from the outside and our interactions with Crystal Talons, make the connection that the Crystal Talons are the ones misleading these tribes into thinking that this is what should be done, because they need to get to the tree, because they failed to get to the rock because of us. We're great.
Yeah.
Haha.
So that kind of conversation moves forward, and it leads into us just like accepting that we are here because we want to be. We are here because we want to protect not just the Moon Mother tree, but anything that has to do with this spell that we're trying to prevent from occurring. And so we end up being volunteering to be part of this, what ends up being for sure the biggest like battle that biggest combat we've had in either chapter.
Right.
It gets pretty crazy.
Yes.
We interact with our nipple pierced friend.
Oh yeah.
People die.
Multiple times.
Some people don't die.
Some of us die multiple times to be brought up the very next round, and then die
Multiple
again.
times, yeah.
And they die. But we just heal in a circle.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not healing anyone.
No.
Just trying to keep people from being hit after they're down. So lots of small battles are happening in different areas of Eldoria and on different sides. Obviously, the focus is on the side that we are on. It's debatable whether or not we won that battle. We didn't really lose.
Didn't lose.
We didn't lose, and I think we killed more of them than they killed of us.
For sure. And we took down like their strongest players, keeping them out of the city.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was just like sheer numbers. It was just hard to contain. And so during the battle, some of the like fighters on their side were able to enter into Eldoria. And while we had done as much as we could to try to protect the citizens,
it just wasn't enough.
There was only so much we could do. We had little time.
Had no spell slots.
No, we didn't know the
health.
scale, which this battle would kind of ensue. And so
No long rest.
we end up taking down everybody that we could, while a few had entered the city, and then chase after them. And this is when we interact with our nipple pierce friend, who, in all intents and purposes, I think is honestly stronger than we are. But
but that's what makes him so hot, amongst other things.
His strength,
not the nipple piercings. That's not what makes.
That just
should I get my money back about my nipple piercings or what?
Yeah,
I think we all need to like get our money backs together.
Together.
Is this
perfect?
The lore drop that all of Tabletop Dubshot has their nipples pierced? Find out next time when we post our newest merch drop, nipple piercings.
You're gonna have to pay me so much money to see my nipples,
and even more,
because they're not actually pierced yet. So
yeah,
I gotta figure that out.
You gotta
run with the
pay for that and pay to do it. Anyways, we are now just doing our best to get to the grove inside of Eldoria, which we had gotten a lot of the citizens kind of to safety, and our goal is to get back there so that we can protect them. He's a Genasi, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I forget what type, but
Air Genasi.
Nipple Pierce guys. Yes, the Air Genasi stops us, or at least gets in our way, and honestly, probably would have gone down again had it not been for Lova, who can shapeshift into different animals. And so she comes in as some kind of bird. I forget what type. Listen to the episode and you'll find out. So she saves us, heals us, and then we continue making our way. Now, our new goal, because Lova is helping us in where we need to go, is into the Moon Mother tree, which is like itself getting to the center and core of the Moon Mother tree is like a labyrinth. And so the only way that we're able to even get through it as quickly as we are is because Lova's leading us, which leads us into the center where we now are face to face with our old lying friend, Cavino.
So this is where I
Never
go
my
back and
friend.
forth. Because this is where I go back and forth because he never technically lies to us
Nope.
when we meet him the first time. His main priority in life had nothing to do with what we were doing at the time. So I stand by it. We have no. He's our
Right.
friend. He's our friend, dude. I stand by it.
Yeah, because I think even at the time of us interacting, I don't think he had no idea that his actions and our choices were going to lead into us actually like butting heads.
Right.
Why did
In
I
us.
give him my horses?
Us trying to stop him.
He gave them back.
Right, and again, because I just don't think at the time
Dude,
there was any ill will.
We were just such
towards us.
such small nuggets for him, dude.
Right, and even now,
Yeah.
3-on-1 fight with Cavino, we would lose.
Yeah.
Bro kept
Anyway,
dying to
face to
that
face with
stupid
him.
spider.
We're face to face with Cavino. Lots of conversational banter about what we believe what he's doing is wrong. Him doing his honest best to just describe and explain like where he's coming from and how he's feeling and why he's doing what he's doing. Obviously,
We can't stand.
again,
for
I'm
it.
gonna continue to leave out the actual like terrible side of what his spell will lead to.
Bad.
But there's a good reason why we're trying to stop it. And so regardless of what he's going to say, it's not like it's going to change our mind. And it doesn't fully justify or justify at all what he is actually doing. But amongst trying to continue to stop him, he is just, he's thousands and thousands of years old. And even during his initial life, was seen as an incredible magic user. So who knows how much, more incredible of a magic user he is now after years and years of studying. And I don't know what he uses, but it's some kind of spell, and he like throws all of us into another plane of existence.
And
the fate plane.
and the air genasi.
Yeah.
Because he kind of sees
to make
him
my
not
move.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
he sees the air genasi not being able to stop us from getting into the Moon Mother tree as kind of him failing. And so it's just kind of like collateral damage that he's sending us into this plane of existence.
Right. He does give him a command though to go find something.
No, shoot.
Right. I forget what he says specifically.
This isn't even on purpose, but I guess you're gonna have to go listen to the episode to actually learn what it is.
Yeah. So he sends him into what we have now confirmed with Renee as the Feywild.
That is where we are.
Yes. And sends him into the Feywild with a purpose of finding something we assume is a component. But now he's stuck in there with the three of us. And no backup. So
I can fix
I think
him.
I grab his legs, Val grab his arms, and you just keep punching him in the balls.
Perfect.
Great.
We haven't actually had any.
He needs those. He needs those.
He does not need those.
Nothing has actually happened.
He's got pierced nipples.
Does anybody remember other names of the Feywild
pierced
for people who
balls.
maybe heard it?
No.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Because there's like the actual name where the people of the Feywild would call it this.
Right.
I guess you'll have to listen to the episode to find out because this episode isn't out at time of recording.
As well.
We will also have. We recorded that episode 3-4 weeks ago.
It's been a time.
Yeah. And it hasn't been released yet as of recording. So
but yeah, chapter 3, it's coming. We're gonna be in the Feywild. We level up, so we're gonna have cool abilities and be able to do cooler stuff. We're with a bad guy who's
hot.
Okay. stronger than all of us individually, one-on-one, but I think, like, given the situation, we are definitely at the advantage, and I don't think, knowing that he's solo, I think he's smart enough to know that he can't necessarily win against us.
Right.
So it's really going to be interesting of where this takes us. Should we talk about the little mini shot that we're doing?
No, let's talk about favorite moments from
Okay.
chapter 2.
Already mentioned a couple of mine.
I know.
Bela, favorite moment other than
My
running into your hopefully future ex-boyfriend?
Future ex-husband. Baby, where the hell is my husband? I need to get his brother. Find me. Oh,
I already have one of those. I don't need another one. Anyway.
Oh no.
Renee
Val's
can
been
keep that in.
married?
Oh, we were talking about
Oh, no.
my favorite moment was when I already mentioned a lot of my favorite moments. The queer couple in the academy.
Oh yeah.
Whenever it was a fun roundabout way of healing each other and like keeping each other alive just long enough to stall.
That was
Also
fun after the fact. That was not fun when we were
Yeah,
playing.
we were several times, and again, this was one of the bigger comments.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest that we were actually nervous about succeeding in any way. Yeah.
Any other favorites, Bela?
Meeting anytime there's a hot character in my vicinity, I am living my best life.
Male or female.
Yeah.
Val doesn't
Female, no. I think canonly that Val just loves vibes and attractiveness.
Vibe.
She
Yeah.
is a vibe lover. Yep.
What female character vibes have you connected with?
The
Lova.
mermaid. Lova.
Oh, right.
No, Lova's like more like motherly.
Gam Lova.
Not Gam.
haven't
Speaking
met
of
Gam Gam
which,
Yeah.
where is your lover? You haven't messaged or secret sending stone, or have you?
Oh yeah. Buka can't
I
send.
don't even think I have that stone. I think it's in the bag of holding.
I throw it
I'm
at
pretty
you
sure
nightly.
I'm pretty sure it's all been happening off screen, and it's gonna be
So at the end of all
it's gonna have
this,
a big reveal in chapter 3.
When I run into her again, I can blame Bela.
Oh,
Val actually.
yes.
technically.
Let's do it.
Well, she
And
has
then
the
there's gonna
sending
be like
stone.
this
She doesn't.
jealous thing going on.
She doesn't let me have it.
Right.
I've asked for it more times than I can.
Have
count.
you really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, more times than you can count. I didn't know you could
Wait.
count up to 0.
No, that's the thing, though. I can't.
Oh man. Jordan, favorite parts? Chapter 2?
I think our combined lack of picking up on how amazed Falhorn was that we were just gonna kind of walk into Whisperton. Because I just thought that whole interaction was really entertaining. Professor Onyx, I think, is honestly probably my favorite NPC.
We love him.
Over Falhorn, only because he's just funny.
Yeah.
And he's just a really interesting character.
Yeah.
I like that he's blind.
Right. And we misspoke several times when Professor Onyx was around in trying to interact with him, because I'm looking at Renee, who can very clearly see, but I'm forgetting that Onyx cannot. So
He's blind.
So I'm trying to I'm asking questions like, well, like what do you see? Because he can see things.
It's just
not with his
dark.
eyes.
Not physical seeing.
Yes.
Vision seeing.
Yeah. Oh man.
Which is also interesting, because how does he see a vision?
Was he
I'm
always blind?
assuming no. I assume that in his
No,
like.
I don't think he was
Yeah.
always blind.
We'll see.
No.
We'll see. Find out in chapter 3. We'll check in on him
think
again.
With the progression of his blindness, his like skills of his like third eye opening, right, would like also progress. You know, when you lose one
So
sense,
instead of his other senses getting stronger, he just developed the third eye.
Yeah. I think
That's crazy.
Other favorite parts. Pierce's favorite parts or my favorite parts? I guess we didn't really stop.
yes.
I guess those were my favorite parts as a player. I think Pierce's favorite part of this chapter has just been lots of combat.
Yeah. There has been lots of
Even
combat.
silly combat with the little skirmish that we interacted with and the guy that tried to attack him and absolutely failed, and it is blindly apparent that Pierce is a lot stronger than him and he gets to take advantage of that, which is fun. But there's also like pretty solid big battles too.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite part, I think the longer we play with our characters, the more they're very much turning more into us in you stay with me in the way that we play them, so that way we have more fun. Does that make sense? No?
Yeah, no. I think because it's a combination of trying to play. I'm trying to lean into playing the character and making decisions based on Pierce, but feeding into the things that I enjoy to continuously make it fun for me to play Pierce,
Right.
as well as like trying to branch out a little bit in ways that maybe I myself wouldn't, but it makes sense that Pierce would.
Right. For me, playing Buka, one thing that I tried to be more conscious of this chapter was talking more, which Renee kept throwing shade at me for not talking more because I am the most charismatic person in the group. So interacting with more people, which meant, honestly, it meant that I had to take more notes. That was the biggest piece for me, the homework piece when playing chapter 2, because I like to have everything off the cuff and have fun, and whatever we say goes. But that comes back to haunt us if we don't remember it. So I had to take diligent notes this chapter, which is not my least favorite part. Actually, I really enjoyed that. And my favorite parts from chapter 2, Buka rolling some clutch 20s, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was
so good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great time. And I think it really moved the story along because I think at that point in the chapter, we did not know what we didn't know. For sure. And we didn't know how it all connected. I remember getting out of the Undertower and feeling like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what the heck is going on?
Like, what? There's just so much. This felt like a side quest that we were supposed to go on, but it wasn't. And this is how it ties in. And luckily, we took a shortcut and Renee had to reveal all of it to us, which was awesome.
Yeah, and we've interacted with, at this point, so many different groups of people.
The world feels huge,
alive.
Yeah, and there was
credit
like
to Renee.
small dots connected between different groups, but none of it was making sense of why they were connected. Obviously, there's the pyre from chapter 1, and then I guess Children of Mercy was also end of chapter 1, and then their relationship with the Crystal Talons. It's just been a constant, like, as players, obviously, like, we understand and know a little bit more than you guys do as listeners, especially like going into episodes. But even then, like you said, there was just so much that we like, making it so much more fun for us because we actually didn't know what the heck was going on,
which is my favorite part. Let's talk about Renee for a second because he's not here and we can say whatever we want.
We can talk so much shit about how a good DM and how blessed we are to have him. Not that we're glazing him or anything.
Appreciation for the time that he puts into
Dude, Renee
the story
so hard
and editing and guiding us when we're getting a little lost,
putting up with our bullshit,
yelling at us for not talking.
Yeah,
reminding
on a
us
podcast,
audio podcast.
Man.
Crazy. No, listen to us like giggle and dead air and stare at each other on Discord.
Which I think, I mean,
minutes.
sometimes I want to get into the note taking too, because I think in some moments, some of the silence honestly just comes from all three of us hoping that someone else remembers a character's name, or someone else remembers the city that we were in, or someone else remembers the dot that all of us know is a dot that's connected. We just can't remember what it is because we didn't take notes.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, hey, do you guys remember this?
Yeah, exactly.
At that point, we metagame. We metagame so
right,
hard.
and which is like probably the hardest part of like trying to make the episodes as fluid as possible because
Right.
there's editing that has to be done.
Yes.
And I took a little bit of notes like towards the end of this chapter, and it just like even little things just made it was like satisfying for things to come up and to know the answer. And in moments that conversations were happening and I didn't have to like stay silent because I couldn't talk on the topic because as a player I just didn't remember.
Right. Heck yeah. Well, let's talk about what's coming next.
We don't fully know.
I don't know. We're
And that's the
still
best part.
here.
I know.
We're
still
trying our
going
best.
strong.
There's
Yeah.
obviously chapter 3 coming.
Yeah.
There is going to be some more off episodes between now and chapter 3 actually starting to be released, which will be episode 48 will be first episode of chapter 3. I'm going to leave out what we're going to be doing between now and then for episodes wise because we're also really excited for what that's going to be and super in the dark of what that's going to be.
Yeah.
But we know that it's important and going to be great leading into chapter 3.
I really wanted to introduce my character now.
You did.
I know.
Well, nobody knows that he did, though.
Yeah. It's a secret.
Oh.
Go back and listen to this episode again to hear.
Who was
hear
it?
the
Find him outing his new character. Which
PE is
just outed the fact
actually
that
the air Janoski with nipple piercing.
yeah, just outed the fact that all of us are going to have new characters at least for a few
We all died actually at the end of this chapter. Surprise!
Surprise!
Before chapter 3 comes out.
I don't remember that edit coming in.
No.
Everybody dying.
Yeah, the plane of existence that we were sent to is actually hell.
Yeah, we're all dead
there forever.
But lots of games to be played, lots of hanging out with us.
Stories
any
to be told.
Stories to be told. Any goals for chapter 3 or episodes moving forward for us?
My goal is to talk more and to
any goals for us moving forward? Question mark.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Amaze.
Yeah. Continuing to talk.
Continuing to talk statement.
It's like, why'd you say
continue to talk statement.
And then I
Yeah.
remembered.
That's it.
Continuing to talk statements, plural.
Statements.
Honestly, I think taking notes. I'm OCD, and so taking notes is really hard because my notes are always ugly, and then it makes me want to stop taking notes. And at least to me, they're ugly because they're not as organized as I'd like them to be. But I think I just kind of have to get over that a little bit.
You just got to come up with a little bit of a system of like when you capitalize. I mean, you capitalize all of it, but when you write bigger. When you write bigger, when you have
which just falls down,
or indents or symbols. Yeah,
I have great handwriting, super readable, and I get compliments on it all the time. The problem is because I write in all caps, I write slow.
Yeah, and he's always yelling in his notes.
Yeah, and the capital letters that are supposed to be capital are just bigger.
Yeah,
I also capitalize letters that I shouldn't be capitalizing. But I don't know why.
Example of capitalizing letters you shouldn't capitalize?
I just look at my job description notes.
Oh,
actually, it's probably a little bit better because it specifically was a professional document.
Lots of thes being capitalized.
No, it's like thes and a and n and of are the only words not being capitalized. Tree, capitalized.
Yeah.
Big tree, B and the T, both capitalized. For no reason.
Love it.
It's just, it looks better in my brain. But notes.
Yeah, notes. Chapter 3, goal for me. I would love to try to cut down Renee's edit time. That's a goal of mine.
Which I'm hoping notes will help.
Notes will help for sure. Just being faster, quicker, being able to play more in the moment.
I would love to play the game.
Making decisions in the moment faster all the time.
Yeah.
Because I think we do a good job of it a lot of the time.
Yeah. We do. Oh, this is what I want to cut down on. I want to cut down on planning. I want us to stop planning so much. And I want us to just go.
And just be.
But we need to communicate.
Just being more
Yes, no,
yeah,
communicating for sure.
more concise in our planning.
Yeah.
It's a lot of just ambiguous statements and hoping that somebody else feeds off of it.
Right. Well, there you have it, folks. The recap of
That's
chapter 2. Our
by the
favorite parts.
Players recap, chapter 2, players recap, round 2. Round 2, but plus Bela. Thank you so much for being able to do this with us.
Yeah.
It was just me.
Hey,
For those who have listened, it was just me
I
and Pete last time.
was on vacation and I think
Yeah.
they cut out. So what we're gonna say is it was just them two because I was not they were not graced with my presence last time. So
Yeah.
I add a spunk of oh my god, he's so hot to all of it. You're welcome.
That's actually what we were missing in the first recap. We didn't call anybody hot.
No.
Yeah.
Or the C word.
Right.
Are we not allowed to say
You can.
You can say whatever you want.
No, but why aren't you allowed to say
I don't because it's untrekked territory.
Yeah. What do you mean?
In I feel like one of the only words still that like legitimately offends women.
When a guy says it.
When a guy says it. If a guy called a girl that,
I think I'm looking at like it
unless
from a
you're from
different
England.
perspective. No,
or
'cause,
Australia.
like
or Australia.
it's like yes, like pop off royalty member type. She looks good. Yeah,
I
it's
like
not
the
a bad
connotation.
thing. Hold
I like
on,
the
That's
hold
way
on.
better than I think societal's connotation of the word.
Yeah.
Hold on. Urban Dictionary.
Hold on.
I don't think it's gonna be a good answer.
No, I think it will be.
No, in the Urban Dictionary, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary can really go. Okay.
Sexy, iconic, epic, never been done before, serving.
Well, I guess maybe in my
A
head,
word used to define.
Yes.
But without the Y.
Yeah.
It's maybe we'll cut that out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
A word used to define something that is very bad bitch-esque, very fierce, very cool.
Yes. Absolutely.
Right?
And she wanted to cut it out, and she's been saying the other one with the Y.
Right. So in order for somebody,
but you can
so for
serve
example, it takes
and that's fine.
Right. It takes one to know one? Question mark. Therefore, I cannot.
Right. So I
hope that was a compliment
to the episode. You are so welcome.
Please feel the
We're
silence. I hope it
serving.
was a compliment. Yes. Heck yeah.
Thank you
That
so
being
much,
said,
everyone.
Yeah. Thank you
Cue
so
the
much for listening
music.
this far. Thank you for listening to the only recaps, if that's what you're doing. I don't know how much of this you're actually hearing because the music is going now.
No, it's not going
let us-
anymore. We
let
rolled
us-
it back. We stopped it.
Oh,
Okay.
I was going to start yelling.
Just start talking loud.
Obviously, lots to come, but we would love to hear more from you guys. So let us know if there's things that you loved, things that you'd like to see more, hear more. We're a bit back and forth on whether or not we're going to do another
more
Q&A,
learn more
like we did last time.
More
and other assortments of ideas that we have. So
absolutely love ya.
Love you. Now we can cue the music.